Hello everyone. Today, we're going to look at what actually happened before The Lord of the Rings. These movies bring J.R.R. Tolkien's beloved prelude to The Lord of the Rings to life. So buckle up and let's get into it. An unexpected journey. Our story begins in the peaceful Shire, home to the Hobbits. Bilbo Baggins, a quiet and an unassuming hobbit, enjoys his tranquil life. Hobbits generally avoid adventures, considering them to be troublesome and disruptive. One day, Gandalf the Grey, a wise wizard, arrives at Bilbo's door, bringing with him a group of 13 dwarves led by Thorin Oakenshield. They seek to reclaim their homeland, Erebor, the lonely mountain filled with gold, which was taken over by the destructive dragon, Smaug. The dwarves' journey is not just about gold, but restoring their heritage and honor. Reluctantly, Bilbo joins the company as their burglar. The night before their departure, the dwarves invade Bilbo's home, bringing chaos and laughter. The unexpected party is a culture shock for Bilbo, who's used to a quiet life. The dwarves sing songs of their lost homeland, stirring something within Bilbo. This gathering marks the beginning of his transformation from a timid hobbit to a brave adventurer. Their journey is fraught with peril from the start. They encounter trolls who nearly eat them, but Gandalf saves the day by tricking the trolls into staying out until dawn, turning them to stone. They then visit Rivendell, where Elrond deciphers their map, revealing a hidden door into the mountain. Rivendell offers a brief respite, and Bilbo is awed by the beauty of the elven realm. The visit gives the company valuable information and supplies for the journey ahead. The group faces numerous challenges as they traverse the misty mountains. They're caught in a fierce storm and seek refuge in a cave, only to be captured by goblins. The goblin tunnels are dark and treacherous, filled with danger at every turn, though they manage to escape with Gandalf's help. During their escape, Bilbo gets separated and finds himself in a dark cave where he meets Gollum, and they engage in a game of riddles. This tense and eerie encounter is crucial as it not only helps Bilbo escape but also introduces the One Ring, which plays a pivotal role in the larger saga of Middle-earth. The riddles themselves are a mix of cleverness and darkness, showing both Bilbo's wit and the peril he faces. Gollum, with his split personality and obsession with the ring, is both the pitiful and terrifying character, adding depth to the story. The journey continues with the constant threats from orcs and wargs, forcing them to seek refuge in trees. As wargs set fire to the trees, the situation becomes dire. Just when things seem hopeless, giant eagles swoop in, rescuing them from the pursuing orcs. The eagles, majestic and powerful, symbolize the unexpected aid that often comes in dire situations. They are flown to safety and the company regroups, ready to continue their quest. The Desolation of Smaug. As the company resumes their quest to reclaim Erebor, they face numerous new challenges. After surviving their journey through the misty mountains and the perils of Mirkwood forest, they finally reach the borders of the lonely mountain. The journey has tested their resolve and strengthened their bond as a team. Bilbo, in particular, has grown significantly, shedding much of his initial hesitation and fear. The company receives help from Bjorn, a skin changer who can transform into a bear. His aid is crucial as they rest and resupply at his house. Bjorn warns them of the dangers ahead in Mirkwood, a dark and dense forest filled with deadly creatures. As they travel through Mirkwood, they are attacked by giant spiders. Bilbo, using his newfound bravery and the invisibility ring, plays a pivotal role in rescuing his friends, further proving his worth to the company. Their troubles are far from over as they are captured by the Wood Elves led by King Thranduil. Imprisoned in the Elven King's halls, the dwarves must rely on Bilbo once again. Using the ring, Bilbo devises a daring escape plan, hiding the dwarves in barrels and floating them down the river. This thrilling escape shows Bilbo's ingenuity and the dwarves' resilience. Their escape from Thranduil's realm also introduces them to Bard the Bowman, a key figure who helps them reach Lake Town. In Lake Town, the company receives a mixed welcome. Bard the Bowman, a skilled archer with a mysterious past, helps them sneak into the town. The master of Lake Town is initially skeptical but eventually offers some support, seeing potential benefits in the dwarves' mission. Bilbo learns about the dragon Smaug and the devastation it brought to the region. Bard's deep connection to his ancestors and their history with Smaug adds layers to his character and hints at his future importance. Finally, the company reaches the Lonely Mountain. Bilbo is tasked with finding the hidden door and entering the mountain alone to steal the Arkenstone, the heart of the mountain. Inside the vast, treasure-filled halls, Bilbo comes face to face with the dragon. Smaug is a terrifying and an intelligent adversary, and their encounter is a test of Bilbo's courage and wits. Bilbo manages to steal the Arkenstone, but Smaug awakens, enraged. The interaction between Bilbo and Smaug is filled with tension and clever dialogue, highlighting the Hobbit's resourcefulness. The confrontation with Smaug escalates as the dragon emerges from the mountain, intent on punishing Lake Town for aiding the dwarves. The dwarves and Bilbo attempt to use the mountain's ancient forge to create a weapon against Smaug, but their efforts are ultimately unsuccessful in stopping him. The story ends on a cliffhanger, with Smaug flying towards Lake Town, leaving the fate of its inhabitants in jeopardy. This sets the stage of the climactic battles and resolutions to come in the final installment of the trilogy, Battle of the Five Armies. The final installment, the Battle of the Five Armies, picks up with the aftermath of Smaug's wrath. The dragon descends upon Lake Town, unleashing his fiery fury and forcing the inhabitants to flee for their lives. Bard, demonstrating immense bravery and skill, manages to slay the Smaug with a well-aimed arrow, but the victory comes at a great cost as Lake Town is left in ruins. As the survivors of Lake Town seek refuge in the ruins of Dale, Thorin Oakenshield succumbs to dragon sickness, becoming obsessed with the treasure within Erebor. His paranoia and greed dive a wedge between him and his companions, particularly Bilbo, who begins to fear for Thorin's sanity. Thorin's descent into madness highlights the corrupting influence of power and gold, echoing the cautionary tales of greed from Tolkien's works. Word of Smaug's death spreads quickly, attracting various factions eager to claim a share of the treasure. The Elves of Mirkwood, led by Thranduil, arrive seeking their portion, while the men of Lake Town seek compensation for their losses. Tensions rise as the dwarves, bolstered by reinforcements from Dane Ironfoot, prepare to defend their newfound kingdom. Meanwhile, Gandalf discovers the true extent of the enemy's plans at Dol Guldur and races back to warn the others. Just as conflict seems inevitable between men, dwarves, and the elves, a massive army of orcs, wargs, and trolls descend upon the mountain. The three armies must set aside their differences and unite against the common enemy. The battle is fierce and chaotic, with epic clashes and personal heroics. Thorin, overcoming his madness, leads a brave charge against Azog, the orc leader, seeking to redeem himself and protect his people. In the midst of the battle, Thorin faces Azog in a dramatic and brutal showdown atop Rivendell. Despite being mortally wounded, Thorin manages to slay Azog, ending the orc threat. However, the victory is bittersweet, as Thorin succumbs to his injuries. The battle leaves the landscape scarred and the surviving characters deeply affected by the loss and devastation. Bilbo bids farewell to his fallen friends and returns home, forever changed by the adventure and the friendships he forged. The Hobbit trilogy is a tale of courage, loyalty, and the triumph of good over evil. Bilbo Baggins transforms from a timid hobbit into a hero, discovering the strength and bravery within himself. If you haven't already, I highly encourage you to watch the entire trilogy. This summary only scratches the surface of the intricate storytelling and the breathtaking visuals that Peter Jackson and his team brought to life. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Middle-earth. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting content. Until next time.